not that early anymore. It's like 6:45 here. I just finished my workout. They actually have a pretty good gym, which I will show you guys my next workout, but it started getting crowded toward the end, so I don't want to be weird and like take video with everybody there. So, but yeah, it was pretty good. Beautiful hotel. I will show you some of the like grounds that we took pictures of, but it is insane. So yeah, we traveled yesterday, got checked in. I had some calls I had to do for work, so I didn't do my workout yesterday, so I made to do it today. And I have lots of updates to give you because we're doing some things. So I will go through all that in later on. We'll cover that. But anyway, I'm walking back to my room, and yeah, I'm gonna get ready for this conference. But I think the meetings are gonna be the boringest part, but boringest a word. But yeah, it's just super pretty, super cool. All right, well, I'm gonna go change out and try to look like a human, so I'll touch base in a little bit. See, and I have my cold bag. Perfect. So here's that's okay. We can change. Did you change the temp? So I have chicken. I have more yogurt. So you're welcome to have one.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
And oh my God, they're still really frozen. And the leftover of my pasta salad, because it will be bad by the time I get home. Perfect. And Hey guys. Alright, I hope you can hear me. So I took a couple of pictures and videos, which I will, or I did, either pop in before or after this, I don't know. But I was super busy with the conference. I was there here with one of the other girls from work. So really like recording and stuff just wasn't gonna happen, so whatever. Took a picture of a few of my meals because like I haven't, like I've been tracking, but I haven't like weighed stuff. I've just been using like the visual method, you know, the hand method. So yeah, and I've got my little travel scale and my weight is solid. So not getting, you know, the Traveler's 15, so to speak. Yeah. So I was just at the pool, and it's Saturday. So the conference is now over. I went to the last session. And I'm in Orlando, so my parents actually live in Tampa. They're coming to pick me up, and my brother, who lives in South Florida, is actually taking the train up too. So the four of us are going to be together without kids, without spouses for the first time in a very long time. Plus, it's my dad's birthday this weekend, so it's just kind of cool. Anyway, they just called and said they were like 10 minutes out, so I'm running up to get my bags because I'm checking out. So I'm going to get my bags and check them with the concierge, and we'll hang out and eat some lunch before my brother gets here. So look at this, beautiful. Anyway, so I wanted to give you a quick update on that and say sorry, but like it was work. So anyway, told you I had some updates for you. So yes, I know that if you guys have been watching, you know that I've had some like hormonal issues, like pretty decent ones since I had COVID in October, and it is like April. And my doctor said there's not really much they could do except just to like let it work itself out. You know, take stress off, try and do some, you know, temporary supplements to help support, you know, going back to normal with my hormones. So I was due for my retest. I retested on April 1st. Today is the, I don't know, 20th or something. I'm not really sure. And the test came back so much better. So yeah, they came back pretty close to where they were in September when I was about 4 months post-show and before I got sick. So that's a super good positive. Yeah, so I got the go-ahead to try to do like a mini cut. So we're not prepping for a show, but you know, I've shared with you guys I don't love like the body fat level I'm at right now. The fact that I'm even recording this with a swimsuit on is impressive. So anyway, yeah, so I'm not super happy with my body fat level, and it's higher than we wanted it to be in the off season. So we're doing a mini cut, not to get like stage lean or anything, but we're just going to do a mini cut to get to where we wanted to be at in off season, so we can still like see if we're building muscle in the areas we wanted to build, and just honestly to get to a better level where I feel more comfortable as well. So we're probably just going to look to peel off like, I don't know, 12 pounds or so, which may sound like a lot, but like it's weight that I shouldn't really have on me. So hopefully it comes off pretty easy. Anyway, so we, because it's a mini cut, it's a little aggressive. So I was at like 1750, I think, for my calories when we started, because we had adjusted mine down when I was like gaining weight for no reason with the hormones. So it wasn't as high as we would have liked, but not in a terrible spot. So we dropped me to 14. So we dropped 300 calories just like out the bat or out the gate. So we dropped my protein from 150 to 135. And then we dropped my carbs from like, I can't remember, 180-ish to I think 120. Honestly, I don't know. And we dropped my fats a little bit. So whatever, we dropped like 300 calories. Lost some initial weight, which tends to happen when you first start that cut, especially when you cut carbs. Lost some initial weight for a couple days, and then it like plateaued. Which if we were in a prep, we probably would have like let it ride, because we don't want to go like drastic too soon. But this is a mini cut. It's only supposed to last like 8 to 12 weeks, somewhere in there. So we wanted to keep things going. So then this past Monday, he dropped me again to like 1,300 calories. So we dropped some carbs and some fats, essentially. So doing that, going right into a travel, is honestly not my favorite, because I had everything planned and then I was like, fuck. So it's been a little bit, you know, honestly, they had a lot of salads available and a lot of like, you can have chicken and this and that. So like I brought protein powder, I brought yogurts, I brought some protein supplements. So I've had to rely on those a little bit more. I know I don't love that, but it's temporary. But plus that I've been so busy, I've been fine. without. So anyway, I stayed within my calorie goals, but my fats were a little bit higher than my typical macros because it was easier to stay within it and find foods because there's no microwave, there's nothing. So yeah. And then if my fats were higher, so this is how you can adjust things, like, hey, I'm in this situation and I can't find what I need. Well, I'll do the best I can and adjust the other things. So when my fats were higher for the day, I just had less carbs and tried to keep my protein the same and my calories the same. So there's ways to do it, but I'm gonna stop talking right now because I gotta get ready and get my stuff down there to meet my parents. But that's kind of the real quick update. But now I'll be staying at their house for a couple days before I go back home, and hopefully I'll be able to give you a few updates when I'm there. Okay, bye.
She wants meat. She has some meat. Meat.
Hello, friends. So, I am still at my parents' house. Oh, let's see. After I gave your update, we had lunch at my hotel. Oops. And then drove to my parents' house, which was about 90 minutes or so from where I was staying. And yeah, we just kind of chilled on Saturday evening, had some dinner. Yeah. And then yesterday was my dad's birthday, so we went on the boat and we sort of like smoked / barbecued some huge beef ribs, like they call them dinosaur ribs, I think is the cut. So I actually had a fillet though, but I tasted the ribs. They were pretty good. My brother did a great job with that. Anyway, yeah, so I've been weighing in every day. And I've been feeling kind of stagnant, so I haven't been weighing my food very much. So it's much easier. Like I was able to finally go back and have my oatmeal, my normal oatmeal that I have with my egg whites, because my mom was able to pick, I brought my oatmeal, she got egg whites for me, and my yogurts. So I was like measuring out my breakfast. Just for lunch, I literally just had I threw chicken in with some lettuce and some vegetables. So I had that measured, but I didn't measure my steak, and I just had veggies, so I didn't measure that either. So it was kind of been a compilation of some actual measuring and some hand visual measuring. So I know it hasn't been as accurate as I usually am, but yeah. So my weight is just a little bit lower, but I have a feeling I know what it is. I know it's because I've been using the hand portions instead. So anyway, I have a check-in with my coach today, and I'm driving to the Anytime Fitness by my parents' house. So that's the beauty of having the not local membership, and this is kind of why I did Anytime as well, despite it's also literally the closest one to my house. But everywhere I go, there's a location. So there's one literally right down the road from my parents, and they have locations all over the place. They have locations up by our lake house, so it's just an easier way to make sure that I can get my stuff in. So anyway, so I haven't missed any of my workouts. I'm going to do back day today. It's a Monday, so even though we're on PTO, me and my brother are both higher up in our in places we work. So you're on PTO, but you're not totally on PTO because you still have to check your email and respond to things, and there's always fires and stuff like that, so whatever. But we just have a really chill day. We're, you know, my dad has some PT to do. He had knee surgery about 2 weeks ago. I'm gonna go do this. My mom's gonna go do her rosaries with her ladies at church, and my brother has a little bit of work to do, so we're kind of breaking up during the morning here, and then after lunch I think we're just gonna chill by the pool, which their pool also has Wi-Fi access, so it's just easier to manage things, which is why we did the boat yesterday. So that is the deal. I've taken a couple videos, but I'm a terrible vlogger at this point because, yeah, I'm trying to be better about being present in the moment, but that's kind of hard to do. And I'm trying to also create content for you guys, so sorry. I even realized I meant to take a picture or a quick vid of the fitness center at the hotel that I was at, because it was actually a really solid fitness center. Like, they had, I would say, a bunch of cardio, they had cable machines, they had a Smith machine, a bunch of like the circuit machines, but they had, you know, dumbbells, they had easy bars and just stuff like that. They had a lot of stuff. So there was only one exercise I couldn't do, and it actually wasn't because I didn't have, it was because the machine was actually broken, so I had to substitute it for something else. But other than that, like, my workouts have been exactly the same. I didn't have to adjust anything, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, so that's the deal. I have a stupid early flight tomorrow. It was supposed to be at 7 something in the morning, and they moved it back to 6:30. So my parents live an hour away from the airport. We're gonna have to get up at the ass crack of dawn. For real, the ass crack. And Florida is an hour ahead of my time zone, so it's literally gonna be the middle of the night, home time, when I have to get up tonight or tomorrow, whatever you want to call it. So that's gonna blow. Yeah. But anyway, that's the update. I guess I don't have a lot to say, but you can go on vacation and you can still eat healthy. I'm making sure I get my protein is my first priority, and then my veggies are my second priority, and it's easy to find carbs. I don't even worry about it, especially because my carbs are low right now, so who cares? So yeah, it is possible. It just takes a little bit of awareness and conscious choices versus just like a YOLO type of attitude where you just grab everything you see, right? So it just takes a second where you just stop and think, like, okay, what do I need to have here? And then what do I have room for? That's more fun. You can work it all in. All right, well, I'm about to pull into the workout place, so I will check in with you guys on the flip side, I guess. See ya. I'm at the airport. It's a fucking early flight. It was supposed to be like a 7 a.m. flight, which is gonna be bad enough, but then they moved it up to 6:30. We literally start boarding at 5:55, so my parents are an hour away from the airport. This bitch has been up since 3:30 a.m., which is an hour ahead of my home time, so I literally got up at 2:35. I don't even want to say this morning because it was the middle of the night, let's be real. I've been out partying later than that, and that's when I got up. So I'm having a Starbucks. Good news is I will land at 8:30 and I will be at my house by like mid-morning, so that was a positive. But yeah, it's really
so excited. You're so excited. Oh, Ruffy, Ruffy, Ruff. Oh, hi, baby. Hi, just a bit of oh my goodness. Come on. Come on, doggies. Come on. Oh, you're so excited. Yes. Oh, you're so
Hey guys, so I just finished my first Peloton ride in, well, it's my first cardio of any sort since January, and it is almost the end of April, so 3 months essentially, ish. Sorry, I don't have you guys in a holder, you're like leaning against the bike. Sorry. Anyway, so a couple things. Honestly, I was a little bit nervous to get on the bike and do some cardio again because, like, I assumed I lost a lot of endurance, which isn't exactly wrong. But, like, I knew it would be potentially unpleasant, so I was nervous about it. And I had literally to talk myself through, like, don't compare yourself to where you left off, because it is the worst thing when you're coming back from an injury or just literally time off, is to try to expect yourself to be where you left off. It's not reasonable, so stop expecting it. Like, you wouldn't expect that of anybody else, so why are you expecting it of yourself, right? So I'm released to do cardio, but the doctor basically said that whatever we would normally do in my plan, like if he would normally assign 40 minutes, to do half of whatever would normally be assigned, just to like ease ourselves into it. Since I just got my cortisol back in a better place, we don't want to piss it off. Basically, it's a delicate little baby right now. So no hit rides, 20 minutes, nothing crazy, just enough to rebuild my endurance. And honestly, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, but like definitely not as good as it would have been beforehand, but it was the best I could do for today. And like, this is just my new starting point. And the thing with endurance is, like, once you have it, it's easier to maintain than it is to build it. But it's also easier to get back if you've had it before. So there's that. And just the idea of starting off slow. Like, I didn't want to murder myself and then end up being like, I don't want to do that again. Like, I need to do it once a week, so I don't want to make it too terrible yet. In other news, so I had, see if that, there we go. I had a little whoopsie with my macro tracking. So, you guys know I have that 3 Wishes chickpea cereal with my yogurt as my yogurt treat. I've showed you that a million times. I'm not entirely sure what happened, to be honest, but when I came back from my trip, because, you know, I literally told you earlier that I was able to maintain my weight, not gain any and stuff like that. And it was weird because when I got back from the trip, then the scale went up the next 2 days, which I'm like, okay, well, I flew, so, like, I don't know, maybe I was retaining water. And then I was looking at the entry in my app that I used to track my food, and I'm looking at it, and I'm like, I don't think that sounds right. So then I pulled out the box, and I'm looking at it, and it's saying, like, God, I can't remember now, it was a couple days ago, but, like, essentially for a cup of this stuff, it was like 130 calories. Okay. But then when I was putting that into the app, it was only showing as like 50 something. So essentially, by counting that entry in my macros, I was eating 130 calories in however many carbs, but in my tracker, I was only counting it as that 50 amount. So I was literally eating like 3 servings of that cereal and only tracking 1. So that wasn't good. And I was like, well, that could be why it went up when I got home, because I wasn't having that cereal while I was gone. I had it a little bit that I brought for a couple days, and then I didn't have any more, so I was out. And then I started eating it again when I came home. And sure as shit, something either, I don't know if it got updated, because I remember like every time I enter a new like product or something in my diary, I always double check it with like the packaging. And I do the math because sometimes it doesn't add up. And I don't know if there was an update or if they changed their packaging or their serving size. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah. So once I figured that out, say hi to the YouTube. Do you want to say hi to the YouTube? Once I figured that out and cut it out, the scale went back down. And I've been doing this for 5 years almost, and I still fucked it up. But it just goes to show, like, you have to use your brain with this stuff. Like, these trackers and these things are nice, but it has to make sense. So if something doesn't look right, it might not be right, because it's not perfect. Thank you. This one likes to lick all the sweat off of me. All the sweat. Say hi to the YouTube. Kisses. Okay, she's over it. So that's that. Anyway, I've had a bit of a lazy Sunday. So I'm gonna actually walk on the treadmill a little bit to get some steps, because I don't want to be doing it later. But yeah, that's the deal. I'm gonna be traveling again. This time we're going to Nashville in about 2.5 weeks. And I'll give you an update on my cut at that point. And hopefully this little course correction with my cereal will have made a difference. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next one. Peace.